What's up everyone? My name is Pearson Merrill. Welcome to my new channel called Boots and Beyond. You may ask, why is it called Boots and Beyond? You're about to find out.
Pearson, twice.
So, I recently started this channel called Boots and Beyond because I just joined the Utah Army National Guard. For some people, that can be quite frightening. It was kind of scary for me for a little bit as I thought about it, but this is something I've always wanted to do for my entire life. But before I go any further in this video, I have a little disclaimer, as well as I'm so sorry about the lighting. This is my first video that I'm making. I'm trying to work better on getting that lighting set up so the next videos going forward, it won't be so bad. Quick reminder to everyone that's watching this video, okay? It is all of my opinion. So everything I say is not sponsored by anyone, including the Army National Guard. Everything I say is not the Army National Guard agreeing with what everything I say. This video purpose is for me to explain my process of joining the National Guard, preparing physically, mentally, emotionally, working with a recruiter, and then enlisting into the National Guard. So again, when you watch this video, don't be like, whoa, the National Guard said this, and like, whoa, this is what they agree with, what this guy's saying. No. Remember that. All right, let's get back to what I was explaining. Being a part of the military is something that I've always had a lot of interest in. It's been something that's been exciting to me. The idea to serve this country, to fight for our freedoms so that we can choose who we believe in, what we do, what we say, some of the guidelines of the laws and regulations of this amazing country, America. I love America, as you can tell right here. We got a wonderful American flag representing our police officers, our military, and our firefighters. I care a lot about this country, and that's one of the main parts of why I want to serve. Not only that, but to also learn a lot of discipline, to strengthen myself physically and mentally, which, I mean, I've been trying, but this is why, again, going back, so important, because I want to not only be physically fit, mentally strong, emotionally well-tamed, but be able to also protect my family. That's something that's super important to me. I love my family. I grew up with a religious background of believing in family, and I want to protect that. With my future coming up, I'm 22 years old right now, quite young, in college. Again, part of this channel is not only to explain my plans of going forward, of going into the military, but also giving all you people like me who are around my age, college students, high school students, or even if you're been a lot further, a lot older and wiser than us, it's a way to see how it's not scary, how you can get there. It starts all somewhere. First, a lot of it comes physically. That's something that you have to work on, of course, because you're gonna get pushed really hard, crazy, to the moment where you want to die, it feels like. And that's why I'm going to talk about that, is showing those videos of me going through that process. So let's get to it. So we're first going to talk about kind of what I went through my whole life of wanting to prepare myself for the military. It started out at a young age. My great-grandparents served in World War II. One was a bomber pilot for the Air Army. My other great-grandfather served in the Army during World War II as an infantryman. That sparked an interest in me to want to fight and to live on that legacy. Also, my grandpa served in the National Guard. That's where it kind of started. And when I was in high school, I was part of the Air Force Junior RTC. A lot of times people will be like, oh, cake eater. I mean, you'll hear that title a lot and you think of officers, oh, they're the leaders above everyone. They think they're better. And it can happen, but that's why it's important for us to not let greed and power overtake us. But going the officer route was actually really smart. First, I wanted to become a fighter pilot, and that's something that's still in the future that I want to do. But some things change, and that's where we'll get to later on. So going through high school and learning more about the military, drill, marching, CPR things, of helping a down soldier, of going through many operation experiences of what it'd be like talking to a commander unit, being part of a team and your role as your MOS. That's why ROTC was a great help to really push that forward of what I wanted to do and see what the military is like. Also getting screamed at by a drill sergeant, which can sometimes actually be quite exciting and hilarious. Going from there, then of course, like I said, I was religious, so I went on a mission for my church. I was in Chicago, and I helped a lot of people there. Great place, a lot of crazy stories. That'll be for another time. After that, I got home, and it was now thinking of what I wanted to do, going to college and other stuff. And I was like, knowing, okay, RTC was another path. Go to college, do RTC, 4 years. Done, be an officer, got my degree, and then work towards the pilot role, which is still there, but I knew it would take a long time, and I was ready to just get in and serve. And that's where I'm going to go to my next part of how this came to be, of me being in the Utah National Guard. So I moved to Utah because of friends and experiences that could come. A lot of colleges up here. Really in my mind was thinking, I want to serve now though. I noticed a program called the simultaneous program, SMP. I will double check if that's correct, but it's through the National Guard and the Army. So what happens is, very briefly, you are in the Army ROTC of a college, as well as serving in the Army National Guard of a state. And you can be a part of both, where you're doing full-time school. You have to be doing full-time school, so that's over 12 credits. You're doing ROTC once you get your degree and you've got it all completed. You switch from National Guard to your contract in the Army. So something I was looking at, I was like, oh, sweet. Like, I could do that. And then I also knew, though, I really wanted to be a part of the Air Force RTC, so I was trying to figure out if that would be a thing. They do not have that. It is only with the Army and National Guard. So I was looking at the Air National Guard, and I was like, maybe try to figure something out. So I was talking to some recruiters in the Air National Guard, which technically is still owned by the National Guard. It's just a branch of it, which I found that out. So there's a lot of things. It's kind of crazy. I'm like, wait, you can't still do it? No. So I was thinking, and then really just like, oh, what should I do? What should I do? What should I do? So then I just called the National Guard. No answer. And I was like, what the heck? So this is the Utah Draper National Guard. Now, hey, I am not dissing on the National Guard. I love the National Guard. I'm really excited. But I was like, what the heck? Why aren't you answering my calls? So call them again. No answer. You know, I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to go to the base. I'm just going to figure it out. So I pull up to the base, go up there, start talking to them. They're like, well, how can we help you? I'm like, well, I want to talk to a recruiter. Some information on joining the National Guard and the path you can go through going to active duty. So they're like, okay, gets a recruiter for me. I start talking to my recruiter, and this is where we're going to start out on the process of what it's like. So of course, that was like my whole explanation of how I finally got to this point of the National Guard. So first thing, talking with the recruiter, and they go forward with just asking questions. He wants to get to know you, to see who this person is, life experiences, adversities you've been through, what you would say you are as a person. Are you a hardworking, gritty person? Yes. Are you a good human being? Do you do what's right in times of hardship? Like, that's what they want to get to know about you, to see if what would best fit for you. After talking with the recruiter about those questions, seeing who you are, he asks a little, like, quickly, job you're wanting to do, like, why are you wanting to be here? And so what I've been thinking about a lot was actually going Special Forces Green Beret. Dad's best friend was a Green Beret, part of the same group that's out here in Draper, Utah, which is the 19th group. It was a big interest to me, so I talked to him and I was like, hey, I like to push myself, be physically fit. I want to serve. I want to be able to be in combat situations where I'm with a team and learning and being able to help protect this country better. That's where a big part of those experiences was like, okay, let's see, how have you worked through adversity? Because you're going to go through a lot of adversity and hell when you're a Green Beret in Special Forces. I mean, if most of you here who are looking to go into the military, who know Special Operations, Special Forces, that's Navy SEALs, if that's Army Rangers, if that's Green Beret, if that's Marsoc, if it's PJs, whatever it may be, you understand it's not easy. I mean, it's the cool stuff. Who doesn't love that? Who doesn't love watching 13 hours, 12 strong? Okay, third thing you're gonna get to is, oh boy, give me a second if I can remember. After medical forms, you're going to talk about, oh yes, then once you start getting to the meat and the potatoes of this, after that paperwork, you're gonna go and talk about now, like, where did you previously work? All those jobs, like people that you worked with. You're gonna get references, people that know you really well throughout your life, like past 7 to 10 years, places you've lived, addresses, people that know that you lived there, things like that. Once you go through that process, then you officially like, okay, we know what we're wanting to do now. I'm wanting to go forward with this. So then that's when, if you already took the ASVAB within the past, I think it's like 2 years, then it's valid. Grab those scores, or you can just retake, or they're gonna send you to MEPS, better known as Military Entrance Processing Station. That's MEPS. That's where you're gonna take your ASVAB. That's where you're gonna do your physicals. That's where you're gonna do your enlistment. From there, ship out. If you're going to enlist that day, or if you're gonna enlist another day, you do it another day. Look at the jobs that are available, see if that job that you wanted is available, and then from there, they will get all set up for you. Then you sign your contract, you swear in, and then you get your ship date. You can see here, this is the video of me swearing in at the Utah National Guard. That's kind of what the process of what happens. It can seem a little daunting. Sometimes it can take months if there's certain medical things or other things you're working through with the recruiter. With me, I got it done in a week and a half. So it is possible. And sometimes you may see too, like, oh, you just went in and the recruiter screwed you over, which can happen. I want to say about that, it's their job. You guys, recruiters, their job is to recruit you into the military. They're gonna do everything in their power to want to get you to join, because that is their job. The same thing if you went to a store to order something. You're going there to order it. It's almost likely they're gonna want you to buy it, and they're gonna help you with the best options to get you to buy it. And there's different recruiters. Same thing if you go to different places, there's gonna be different coworkers that may be happier or not so happy, angry, or they just don't even care. And they just want to get you out of there. There's gonna be ones that want to really help you, who are very happy and upbeat. I want to tell you, I was lucky. My recruiter wanted to help me a lot and explain to me a lot of things, but it also came in mind already with what I wanted to do. That is the thing. Beforehand, I took many weeks and months beforehand looking up a lot of these things, searching what I wanted to do in the military, how to prepare myself physically. A lot of things on the websites too will actually give you some of the military plans of how to prepare best. One of them was, I was looking at the PJs for a time. They have a great 30-day workout plan to prepare to become a PJ. Now, of course, you need to prepare a lot more than just 30 days, but it's a great, hey, let's get started. Boots on the ground, let's get you fit. So yeah, again, look at the military websites to see what programs they best say, hey, you should do this. This will help a lot because these people did it and it benefited them. So there you go. If you have in mind what you're wanting to do, where you're wanting to go in the military, what maybe job you have an idea with, go with it. That'll help you so much more. Instead of just going in like, I don't know what I want to do. And then they're like, oh, you should do this because we can get you go there quick. Like, oh, perfect, yeah. So just know, like, okay, have an idea of what you're wanting to do, where you pushed yourself. You're training. No, I've been training for this, or I've been preparing my mind for this. Like, this is what I want to do, and like you really push for it. Unless it's literally like not available, then maybe hey, you can try with a different National Guard unit in a different state, or you can try with just a different unit. Talk to different recruiters about that to figure those things out. Again, for you guys, I just want to let you know the military can help you in a lot of ways. There's many stories out there on YouTube, many people you've probably met or know about who were in a tough place and not knowing what to do. And the military can help with giving you the discipline, the training, the diligence and perseverance to go forward to better your life. And not only that, but you get to serve your country. I love America. This is the greatest country in the world. That is my opinion, but I'm gonna say it. America is built on a lot of grit, blood, sweat, tears, and very respected people. If you have the desire to keep these freedoms that we have to choose of what we want to say, the religion, religious beliefs we can have, be who we want to be, aspire to become better in business, in personality. We can do that because of this country. And so if you want to fight for that, those freedoms, want to fight to learn how to protect your family better, I would say think about it. Look at the different branches. Talk to some recruiters. I want to let you know, it doesn't mean when you step into a recruiter's office or you're talking on the phone, you've signed up for the military. Just because you're talking with them doesn't mean you're instantly in. You don't have to worry about that. They're gonna help you on your path though. And with that, guys, today that's what I share. My name is Pearson Merrill. And if you have any other questions, send in the comments. I'm gonna be making more videos on what it's like going to boot camp through my school, at least the things I can share. My experiences of normal life with being in the military. Once I eventually want to go and be a Green Beret, what it's like in combat, things like that. Just want to say thank you guys for watching the video and checking this out. Please subscribe, leave comments, like the video so I can send out more information for y'all and talk even more about this great adventure. But until the next video, you guys work hard, stay happy, and keep pushing forward.